This is your Joycey ma'am. Today we are going to see the nature of roots from the chapter Quadratic Equation. Class 10 Math Ncert. Are you all ready? Shall we start? Here we go. Children, we have studied in our previous video that how to find the roots of the quadratic equation by using the method of splitting the middle term. I told you there are two methods to find the roots of the quadratic equation. One method we have already seen, and now the second method we move on. The second method is, I told you, it is quadratic formula method. So the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This equation has the roots. How to find the roots? By using the quadratic formula. The roots are given by x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. That is, x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now, ma'am, why you are writing x? That is, we have to understand what is the importance of framing the equation. The importance is to find the value of x. That means to find the solution, to find the roots of this equation. And we are already told a, b, c are the real numbers. That means x also must take a value so that we get a solution for that equation. You know, the solution mostly in math used to be a kind of numbers, or the whole numbers, or the integers, or the fractions. So it gives you the specific view, that is, with this value I can have this equation so that that situation will be solved. That is, the problem of the situation will be solved. For example, I'll give you the in physics you must have studied, the car moves from one place to another place. But you will think that the car moves, but what is the speed of a car? There counts. If the car moves 60 km per hour, so you get some imagination, you get some sort of value, some kind of value, that is, oh, this goes 60 km per hour. Or suppose if the car moves in 200 km per hour, you can imagine the speed of a car. That means it's actually a number. So the value. So the same way you should have a value in math for most of the problems. So you will understand, oh, this goes with this value, so that that situation gets done. That is, the problem gets over. So you will understand it. That's what solving this equation. You must have studied in your lower classes. Solving the equation means finding the value for the variable in that equation. Thus the variable is x. Why? Because I'll give you the equation. Suppose 2x square plus 7x minus 13 is equal to 0. It's an equation. It's a quadratic equation. I have to find the value for x. So how do I find it? That's what I'm finding using the quadratic formula method. Now here you can see that the quadratic formula takes place like this: minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Still, I explain furthermore. Can we have this as, there are two roots. I told you the power is 2, so there will be two roots for the quadratic equation. So, ma'am, you are writing only one root, no ma'am? That means where is the other root? There must be two roots, no? Of course, I write this minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2 is one root. The another root is minus b minus, I have written plus, now I am taking minus, square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now you got this is one root, this is another root of this quadratic equation. Now you will understand the square root of b square minus 4ac. What is this, ma'am? The square root of b square minus 4ac. It seemed to be a bit difficult, of course, I can understand, but this is the one which determines the nature of the roots. So that's what it seemed to be little difficult. Now you must have understood. Some people are seem to be very difficult people to understand about them. That is, they have their own set of values. That's the meaning of it. So the same way here you can see this b square minus 4ac. It seemed to be a bit difficult when we compare to the other terms, but this determines the nature of the roots. Now how it determines? Now I tell you, you must be knowing, I'll give you the example before that. You must be knowing square root of 16 is equal to 4 and square root of 9 is equal to 3 and square root of 25 is equal to 5. Yes. Now can anyone tell me what is the square root of minus 25? And square root of minus 16 or square root of minus 9? It's not happening. So you must have studied all these here with the positive square roots only. So if the negative square root comes, that means this is not existing. That's what this determines. If square root of b square minus 4ac is positive, then only the roots exist for this equation. I'll give an example, you will understand very clearly. Now, I tell you in a very brief way, that is b square minus 4ac. If I consider that determines the nature of the roots. So, we actually call this b square minus 4ac as d. That is discriminant. It's a new word in your math journey. That is d. D is discriminant. That is b square minus 4ac, which determines the value of x. So we call that is discriminant and it is denoted by a letter d. If d is, I tell you, if d is greater than 0, then the roots are real. That means it will take the value. You can start from natural number, whole numbers, integers, positive or negative, and fraction, that is a rational number. All these numbers are possible, even irrational number. All these numbers are possible if d is greater than 0. If d is equal to 0, suppose it becomes 0, that means you will have two distinct roots which are going to be equal. That is, two roots are going to be equal. I'll give an example, don't worry, since few students will not get this point. What is real, ma'am? What is equal, ma'am? I'll give the example, you will understand clearly. So, real, if the determinant is greater than 0 and if d is equal to 0, the two distinct roots are equal. If suppose d is less than 0, then no roots exist. In 10th standard, we study no roots exist. That is, it is actually an imaginary root. That is not there for 10th standard. You will study about this imaginary roots in 11th standard with I. So, square root of minus 1 is equal to I, you will take it as. So, it is d is less than 0. That means no roots exist. So, you will understand from here, this is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So, if you are very thorough with this, some students will write the formula like this, minus b plus or minus root d divided by 2a. So, for their easy way of handling this formulae, they will say that. Then, if you ask them what is d, then they will tell d is equal to b square minus 4ac, which is the discriminant of this equation. Now hope everyone understood, that is d is b square minus 4ac, and it takes, this is called the nature of the roots. If d is greater than 0, then two distinct roots. You will have the two roots. I told you yesterday, in a polynomial ax square plus bx plus c will have the factors x plus a into x plus b. A and b are two different numbers, correct? So that is what two distinct zeros. That same way, two distinct roots you will have it when d is greater than 0, and d is equal to 0, you will have those two roots are going to be equal. That is, sometimes x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 2, you will get it. That is, when you substitute, you just understand, this becomes 0. So minus b by 2a is going to be your x value. See, this is going to be 0. That is, this is going to be 0. So what is your x value? X value is this, only this much. That means both are the same, you see. So this is one value, one root, and this is second root. Both are the same. Minus b by 2a is going to be my root. But I told you there are two roots for this quadratic equation. That means you will have minus b by 2a, and also the other one I substituted, I get the same roots, that is minus b by 2a. That's what we call it as d is equal to 0 equal roots. When d is less than 0, now you see this becomes minus 25 or minus 9, whatever may be, you will immediately write it is not existing at all. So the roots are not existing, that is no roots exist if d is less than 0. Hope you understand with this concept. I'll do some questions so you will clearly understand what ma'am explained, what is the nature of the roots. We'll go with some of the questions, and that is find the nature of the roots. I do the question which is in exercise 4.3, the first question. So find the nature of the roots. Children, hope everyone is having your lecture notebook so that you can take your notes for this class. You will understand clearly. You can do some practice also in this notebook to understand the concept very clearly. So just by looking at the class, I don't think so it will help you, especially in maths and the science classes. So you have to do it. When I am doing, you have to do it by yourself also. Now let me take my equation. The equation is 2x square minus 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. This is exercise 4.3, the first question. So find the nature of roots. Now I am going to find. Before finding, I would like to invite my students first to write what is A, what is B, what is C. Very important. So you will not make mistakes in your substituting the values in your values. So you are finding the nature of the roots. I told you the nature is determined by the discriminant d. So I don't want the full equation, that is a full formulaic or quadratic formula x is equal to. Why? Because that is for solving x. My question is find the nature of the roots. So that is enough to prove that is d is whether less than 0 or equal to 0 or greater than 0. Now d is equal to, I know, b square minus 4ac. This is what I am going to substitute. Now a is my 2, b is my minus 3 and c is my 5. This is very important, which is equal to b square minus 3 the whole square minus 4. A is 2 and c is 5. This is equal to 9 minus 4 5s are 20, 22s are 40. That is equal to minus 31. That means d is equal to minus 31. Root d is equal to root of minus 31. Now children, you must understand that is the roots are not existing at all. Ma'am, how you are telling that the roots are not existing? I don't find that that term that is not existing. I'll give you an example. That is, I told you square root of minus any number, it's not possible. So it's not possible. It is imaginary roots in math. So it is, we can just imagine that number is existing. We cannot go and find that point and put it on the number line. That's not possible for this number. You must have understood, you must have studied in your previous years and all. Represent the number on the number line. That means what? You are given any point, any number, that number can be represented on the number line. So this is what 1, this is what 2, this is what 3. So you can represent it. But this root of minus 31, you cannot represent it on the number line. That's not possible. That's what we can just imagine that number is somewhere existing. But I don't know whether it is existing or not. But we just imagine it is somewhere, it is there. That's what we call it as in 10th standard, the roots are not existing. But when we go to 11th standard, we go little deeper and we change the term as not existing, we are not telling, but maybe we can imagine that number is somewhere else, correct? So you see the difference of your level of studying. That is what 10th standard we study, it is not existing, but when you go to 11th standard, I cannot say it is not existing. No one has seen whether it is not existing or it is existing. No one has seen that. So I imagine that number is somewhere is there. So we call that as imaginary roots. The other way, no roots exist. The other way, we can say that it is imaginary roots. Now, root d is equal to minus 31. Now, let me go and find. Now, this is less than 0. Let me conclude the nature. Nature is going to be, what is the nature of this? No roots exist. No roots exist. Correct? Now, I want to give you some more explanation. Now, I want to understand this a bit more clearly. How do you say that? That is, you know, x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Correct? Now, I split this one, that is minus b plus or minus root d. What I got it? That is minus 31. And what is my minus b? Minus b is minus of minus 3 divided by 2 into a is 2. That is equal to minus into minus plus 9 plus or minus root 31 divided by 4. Root of minus 31 divided by 4. Now see children, this 9 can it be added with this irrational number, negative number, which is an imaginary number? It is not going to happen at all. Why? Because I am just imagining only. I do not know very clearly whether that number is there or not. So, I cannot add this number. Adding the number means 2 plus 5, you get a result, that is 7. I should get a proper value here. I am not getting that value. That's why we say that no roots exist. So, d is less than 0. We call it as, the nature of the roots is no roots exist. Hope you understand. We'll go for one more question. That is the third question of this. That is, third question says like this. So 2x square minus 6x plus 3 equal to 0. Now please write what is A, what is B and what is C. Very important, B, C. Now see, you can mark like this also, not an issue at all. And write A is equal to 2, B is equal to minus 6, C is equal to 3. Now I am going to find the nature of the roots, nothing but b square minus 4ac which is equal to D. So my B is minus 6 the whole square, minus 4 into A is 2, C is 3. That is 36 minus 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24, which is equal to 2, 1, 12. That is D is equal to 12. I can say that root D is equal to root 12. It is existing. Correct? You must have studied in your previous years the irrational number, plotting the irrational on the number line. It's possible. Correct? So, root 12 can be written as how? It is equal to 2 root 3, which is an irrational number. Correct? So, it is possible to plot this 2 root 3. So, that means that root exists, that number exists. So, we can say that D is greater than 0. You can see it is greater than 0. That means that its roots are real. So, it has two distinct roots. You will have two roots and those two roots are real. So, you hope you understand b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Then we can say that two distinct roots that are real. Two roots are real roots. Hope you understand this concept. So, this is what the nature of the roots. So, I can go with some of the questions of the equal roots. So, I'll give you one or two examples for the equal roots. We'll see that in our next video, solving the questions from the exercise. So, hope you understand the concept of nature of roots in this chapter. Hope everyone understood this video.